I doubled my Amazon sales using just 3 PPC tricks I'll show you in today's video. First off, you can see our sales right here. We spent $147 and got $2,000 in return on Amazon. That's pretty much just spending $100 and getting $1,000 back. Everybody would want to do that. And it took time, effort, and energy. But the first thing that I recommend you do is to get your first image on point. Your first image needs to produce an emotion and it needs to stand out. It's going to be more like clickbait. That's what you want. Because if people are clicking on other listings and not yours, your Amazon ads are going to suck. So you really want to get those clicks in when you're getting compared to other competitors, right? So let's just say this is your listing, right? And this is the competitors. Now, if we're looking at your listing right here, you can see it looks pretty good. 6-pack portable campfire, shows 6 images right here. It's got some secondary images, very nice. But all people see when they're running ads, the regular ads, is they're going to see this image. And they have to decide, am I going to click or am I not going to click? And right now this looks pretty good, but it doesn't look amazing. Like, it doesn't produce an emotion. What about your senses? Does it make you taste anything? Does it make you remember childhood? Now let's look at this one. Automatically, it's producing some type of emotion. First off, their fire looks better. It looks more professional. Not only that, this one has like all types of warnings all over the can, and they put that in the images. Like, come on. This one doesn't have tons of warnings all over it. And it produces an emotion, like makes you think about childhood when you had s'mores, bonfires. You can almost taste it. You can salivate if you're hungry. Oh, I want to have marshmallows tonight now. This would be awesome for marshmallows. Bringing the family together, things like that. This one automatically produces some type of emotion. This one's going to get more clicks right away, and the ads are going to do not 1 time, not 2 times, 10 times better just from this first image. And if you want your ads to do 10 times better, you need to invest in your first image. So I need you to say and talk to people, designers, I need mine to be more emotional. Use this as a reference, even if this isn't your product. Be like, look at this compared to this. I want mine to produce some type of emotion. Can you do that? Can you just figure it out for my product, right? And get somebody else to figure it out if that's not your expertise. But that's going to be my first tip. My second tip is going to be creating 4 auto campaigns. Now, this is something that's pretty easy that anybody can do. You're going to log into Amazon. You're going to click Create Campaign. And then you're going to do Sponsored Products. Okay? Once you go here, we're creating 4 auto campaigns. So you're going to do 1. This is 1 campaign. You do 2, 3, and then you'll do a 4th one. Okay? So what you're going to do is just do an ad group name if you want to. I usually don't do ad group names because we do 1 ad group. But anyway, just add 1 product. Scroll down. Automatic targeting. Set bids by targeting group. So now here's the first auto campaign. It's just going to be close match. So you're only going to show ads to shoppers who use search terms closely related to your product. And then everything else, we're just going to do dynamic bids low. I don't want you to lose money, so dynamic bids down only. The bid's going to be a tiny bit higher than the suggested bid. And then we're just going to do auto close. And you can put your product name. So whatever your product name, bio 500. So you know what it is. Now this is your auto close campaign. You're going to do the same exact thing, but instead you'll make another campaign and it'll be loose match. We'll show your ad to shoppers who use search terms loosely related to your product. Right? And then you do that, and then instead of close, you do loose. And then you're going to do another campaign, you do substitute, and then complement. And you'll be surprised. You're like, oh, I thought close match. All of a sudden, the substitutes are doing a lot better. Because what people do is they run 1 ad campaign, and they do all of these at the same time, and only close match spends. Right? So you want to just individualize these campaigns. And this is how we find the best keywords. And you're going to find maybe substitutes does the best. So then you can turn off the other ones and then just double down and increase the bid on this, right? So that's going to be my tip number 2. Tip number 3 is after you've been running these for 30 days, you're going to collect so much data, right? So you're going to have not only close match data, not only loose match, but something that's a substitute. Just like we looked at for the bonfire, maybe we find a substitute that says s'mores and different types of items that they're using this fire for, right? Like camping essentials, that might be a keyword that we wouldn't get if we did close match. But if we did substitute or complements, camping essential tools, and ours shows up, right? So now that we have all of that data, what we want to do is pull a search term report. So to pull a search term report, you're going to go back to your campaigns, go to measurement and reporting, sponsored ad reports. You're going to go here and then click create report. You're going to do the last 30 days. It's going to look just like this. And then you're going to click run report. After you do that, you're going to pull your report and you should have a lot of data, right? A lot of data just like this. And it's time to filter that data. There's so much data here and I don't want you to get crazy with it. But what you want to do is you just want to filter it by one product. Okay, so we're just going to filter it by our, let's do the TY BioTrust. And then, so just the portfolio name. And then we're going to hide all of this. And we're going to do the customer search term. So it's going to show column C, column J. And let's get, I don't need a click-through rate. Cost per click, spend. Now let's get these. There we go. So we're just going to do that and we're going to hide the rest. So I'm right clicking. I'm just hiding the other ones. We're not deleting it. And now we have it filtered. So we've got the portfolio name. That's just one product. That way you just want to filter it by product. Now we can see exactly what the customers are typing in, right? To find our product and which ads are converting. Now we can just filter this one by the smallest to largest, and we can see somebody's typing in, these are the exact keywords someone typed in to purchase our product, and we only spent $1 and made $89 in return. They typed in 1,000 reusable plastic bags. That's what they typed in. So what we want to do is we want to take this keyword, we want to put it in our listing. So you don't have to put it in your title, but if possible, put it in your description or put it in your bullet points on your actual Amazon listing, because you know this is could be potentially a good keyword. Next, you want to run ads for it. So you want to go back and you want to create another campaign, right? Let's just say it's this one. Manual targeting, keyword targeting, exact match, and you know somebody exactly typed this in, found your product, and bought it. So you can just click add keywords. And then if you don't know what the bid's supposed to be, it tells you this is how much you spent. You only spent $1.25. So you can do $1.25. And then boom, so you can do that again. Let me just do that one more time. Boom. There you go. And then you can launch that campaign and put one keyword search term report. So you can see where you got it from. One keyword search term report. I like to do dynamic down only, so that way you don't waste any funds because you know how much the cost per click is. Now you can add 3 to 5 keywords per campaign if you wanted, so you could add this one as well. So biodegradable shopping bags, that's another one. Again, if this is related to our product, we can put it in the description or in our bullet points. And I'm gonna put that right here, and we can check the spend, $1.67 per click. And I'm going to put that to 167 per click because that's how much I spent. And now we have 2 keywords in this campaign and we have actual data of what they typed in to purchase our item. Then we can utilize that and then we can launch that campaign. Now, the longer you run your automatic campaigns that I showed you, these ones, the more data you're going to get, the better the keywords. So you should, instead of just having these 2, you're going to have maybe 15 or 30. And then you can put them in separate campaigns. I only recommend 5 keywords per campaign. So that way you can track and be like, oh, which ones are doing good and which ones aren't doing good, right? So you don't want to have too many keywords in one campaign. Let me go back to that campaign I almost created. Yeah, you only want a few keywords in each campaign. So this one only has 2. So you're just going to put 2 keywords, right? So we can do auto. So this is actually manual. This is a manual campaign. And we pulled it from the search term report, STR. And we're just going to do 2 keywords times 2 key. Right, so you know, okay, there's 2 keywords. Got this from the search term report. You know where you got it. And then you can also say how you're targeting it. We're doing exact match. Because we know this is exactly what the people typed in to find the product. So why wouldn't we do an exact match for this? And then you kind of launch that and you already have data and then you go from there. But it takes a lot of time and energy to do this. But this is really the step-by-step on how you can create successful ad campaigns and double your ad sales on Amazon. That's it for today's video. Want more Amazon videos? Let me know what to cover next in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, one of our most popular services is our Amazon Advertising Management Service. This is where we'll go in your ads. We're going to optimize all of your ads, shut off the bad ones, monitor it every single day because we have our own advertising team. Not only that, we're going to be looking at your listing, making sure we go through this entire checklist and make sure your listing's great. Once your listing's great, we're going to be optimizing your ads, creating new campaigns, and making sure your ad spend is great as well. It takes a step-by-step process to make sure we can do that for you so you can save time, money, and increase your sales with ehpconsultinggroup.com. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.